Hey podcast fans, do you like comedy, news, or true crime? The Shop Pod merch store has something that every podcast fan can enjoy. We've got AirPod cases, coffee mugs, blankets, water bottles, and so much more. Show your podcast pride or hook up the podcast lovers in your life with merch that you know they'll love. Visit shoppodmerch.com and use coupon code WTP to get 10% off your first purchase. The link to the store is in the description. Again, that's code WTP at shoppodmerch.com for 10% off your first purchase. Shop Pod Merch, the official merch for podcast fans. Welcome to What the Pod. I go by the name of DJ Treacy, your favorite pod mother and the undisputed queen of podcast recommendations. What the Pod is a podcast that recommends new shows for you to listen to. What's going on to everyone who's listening to me on Jam? Thank you so much for joining me today, and let's jump right into today's show. Skimm This is a weekly news show that talks about important stories from the past week and adds context and clarity to ease the questions that are on your mind. New episodes drop every Thursday evening. Check out the Skimm This podcast today. If you're someone that lays in bed and thinks about what could have been, would have been, or should have been, this podcast is for you. Join host Jonathan Goldstein as he goes through road trips, reunions, and really tough conversations. Join Jonathan as he backpedals his way through the past like a therapist with a time machine. Check out the Heavyweight Podcast today. This is a collection of BBC shows on capitalism, the hidden economic wiring that puts money and markets at the center of our lives. Want a taste of capitalism? Check out the This is Capitalism podcast today. Thank you so much for listening to What the Pod. If you liked any of my podcast picks, then share my show with your friends. As always, click the link in the show notes to follow me on Spotify and listen to these podcasts with me. Text What the Pod to 552266 to get your daily episode sent right to you. Let me know your favorites on TikTok. Follow me at DJ Treacy. That's DJ TRICEY. If you love me and you love my show, then give me 5 stars on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Full video episodes of What the Pod are now available on my YouTube channel, so make sure you follow me there for that. I'll be right back with you tomorrow with 3 new episodes for you to listen to. Hey you, thanks so much for listening to What the Pod. This podcast continues to grow because of people like you. If you like backstage access and longer podcast and chill episodes, then join the What the Pod fan club on Apple Podcasts. Membership is only $2.99 a month, and 100% of the funds go right back into producing more content like this. I know you're a fan, so join the club, exclusively on Apple Podcasts. The holidays are right around the corner, and you're probably in need of some pretty epic stocking stuffers. If your friends and family love podcasts, then head over to shoppodmerch.com to get them podcast merch that you know they'll love. We've got holiday wine tumblers, beanies, mugs, AirPod cases, and so much more. Give the podcasters in your life the gift of cool pod merch. Visit shoppodmerch.com and use code WTP to get 10% off your first purchase. The link is in the description. Again, that's code WTP at shoppodmerch.com for 10% off your first purchase. Shop Pod Merch, the official merch for podcast fans.